So band if you have it, and whatever weights you have will make it work. Give you plenty of modifications. All right. So we're gonna start down on the ground in a high plank position. We're just gonna get that core nice and warmed up. So what I want you to do is spread those fingers out, press the palm of your hand into the ground. Really work to extend those arms as long as possible. I want you to put as much tension through your whole body as you possibly can. All right, in this position, without bending your elbows, I want you to lower your chest down towards the ground. What we're doing here is kind of unlocking those shoulders a little bit, kind of squeezing those shoulder blades together. Now I want you to push away. All right, so back's nice and flat. This time we're going to do the same thing. I want you to focus on those shoulder blades. I want you to pull those shoulder blades together without bending those elbows, without reaching that chin towards the ground. And I want you to push away, put space between those shoulder blades. One more time. Pull those shoulder blades nice and tight together. Tension through the whole body. Abs are nice and tight. Press away. Good. And relax. All right, so what we're doing there, like I said, kind of warming up those shoulders. Getting the ability to control those shoulder blades is huge anytime that we press and pull with the upper body. All right, so we're going to get back out into that high plank position. We're going to work on a little bit more stability. So all we're going to do is knock out some shoulder taps. So left hand to right shoulder and back down. Right hand to left shoulder and back down. So just alternate between those for me. I want you to go nice and slow, making sure we find that steady, stable position at the top in that three-point plank. Goal here is to try to get as minimal weight shift between those hips as possible. All right, so if you're kind of getting up, opening those hips, sorry, but that's wrong. All right, making sure those hips are staying nice and balanced, levels to the ground. Feel that weight shift. Account for that weight shift, changing where that core is contracting. Let's go about 2 more, one each side. And relax. All right, bring that back up to standing. We're going to get a little bit of a plyometric warm up here. So, if you've never done drop squats before, actually let's go ahead and let's give me a couple body weight squats. Just go ahead and get all the crackle out of those knees, making sure that you're feeling good through that lower body. Nice and balanced, good. All right, so the drop squat. What we're going to do is basically get up as tall as possible on your toes. And when I say go, we're going to think about this mat being pulled out from underneath me. And I want to stick that landing, right? So if you're a wine glass on the table, magician pulls the sheet off the table. We just want to stand without falling over, okay? So up nice and tall, and go. Dropping down into a good squat position, all right? Reset nice and tall, go. All right, relax. Up tall, go, and relax, good. All right, and then we're gonna do the same thing, we're gonna add a jump to it. So when I say go, we're gonna stick that landing, we're gonna stay in that landing. When I say jump, give me a big jump. All right, nice soft landing on the return from that jump as well. All right, so nice and tall, go, go, good. All right, relax, we're gonna do 2 more. Nice and tall, and go, go. All right, one last time. Really want you to really focus when you stick that landing. Focus on driving those hips through, right? Push that ground away. Throw those hips through. That'll bring you up. All right, one last one. Nice and tall, best one. Go. Go. There it is. All right. So now we're going to kind of change it up a little bit. We're going to go for some single legs. All right, so we're starting that drop squat, or starting that tall reset position. When I say go, I want you to stick to a single leg. All right, and I'll give you another go call, and we're going to jump, switch legs. Very complicated. I know, we just went from novice to experience real quick. All right, so again, we're going to get nice and tall. I'll say go. We're going to drop to single leg, whatever leg. All right, and then I say go again. We're going to jump, switch legs. Okay. Same thing as the last one. I want you to jump as high as possible on that second call. Okay, every time we're sticking that landing. All right, ready? Nice and tall. Go. Go. All right, not the best balance job for me. If that happens, if you can't quite get your balance, you can tap that foot down. I want you to just find a place, do what you need to get a stable position on that single leg. If you need to hold onto a counter or a chair, go for that, okay? Just want you to get that feel for standing on the one leg. All right, go for your other leg this time, nice and tall. Go, go. All right, a little bit better, a little bit better. First leg again, nice and tall. Go, go. There it is. And one last time, that second leg, nice and tall. Go, go. Ooh, I'm the best. All right. Let's get to lifting weights. How about that? Okay. Let's go ahead and grab your weights. If you got a heavier weight or a pair of weights, we're starting with some lower body work. You got 3 movements, okay? We're gonna do a deadlift, split squats, and a hip extension, okay? If anybody is admiring this nice brand new kettlebell that literally came like an hour ago, it's brand new. You're first to see it. My wife hasn't even seen it yet. All right, so deadlifts, what we're looking for deadlifts. If you've got 2 weights, right, you can certainly do 2 weights. If you magically have a bar, look at you. Let me come over. We're gonna put that if you do have a kettlebell, right between your feet. We're gonna push those hips back, nice strong hinge, all right, and lower ourselves down to that weight. So bottom of that deadlift, we're looking for a good flat back, okay? I want those hips as far away from those heels as possible. That back as flat as possible, okay? If we can't quite get all the way down to the ground, we can have a little bit higher starting position as long as that back stays flat, okay? Flat meaning from the base of your neck to your tailbone is one straight line, all right? This is not a flat back. This is not a flat back. This right in the middle, flat back. All right, so picking up, squeezing those glutes, we're nice and tall at the top, all right? So let's knock out a quick set of 8. All right, you don't have to push very fast through here. Don't have to do a super heavier weight. If you want to just kind of get this warmed up a little bit, that's what this first round will be for. Just looking for 8 good, strong reps. So just focus on that hip hinge. We had just a lot of that jumping, which is basically just loading those hips and extending those hips. You got one more here. All the way up, squeeze it, and back down. Okay. Next movement is going to be a split squat. We're going to do a single side loaded split squat. I imagine most of us don't have a lot of double weights, so I'm trying to do as much single weight as I can. If you have doubles, you want that much harder, go for it. We can always take the intensity up. Okay, split squat, we are dropping 1 foot back as if you're going to be into a kneeling position or a lunge position. Either way, your feet are like on railroad tracks. So if you notice, my feet are not in line with each other. All right, they are staggered as if I'm hip width apart still. Okay, we're gonna have that weight in the hand of the knee that's down. Okay, so go ahead and grab that weight up, nice and tall. We're gonna press through this front foot into a standing position. So we're gonna drop that knee just above the ground and extend. So again, we'll do 8. Nice and easy. What I want you to focus on is this front foot getting most of that weight, okay? So notice I'm not kind of kicking back here. I'm not 50-50 with my weight. I'm cheating over that front foot. All right, so think about this like a single leg squat. 2 more. Again, at a pace you can manage, and relax. All right, let's go ahead and flip that over to the other side. Into that kneeling position, nice and tall. That core is going to be nice and stable here, right? 8 times on this side. Cheat over that front foot. Remember, I want you to think about a single leg squat. Dropping down, lifting up. Notice that chest stays nice and proud. One more time. And relax. All right. So we got our split squats done. Now we're going to go into a hip extension. So this one's going to be a little bit challenging if you've never done this before. Okay? We're going to drop down into what we call a 90-90 position. So what we're looking for is knee to heel, whatever side you want to start on, that's fine. I have my right knee out in front, okay? So both of my knees, both my ankles are at 90 degrees, which is the right angle for our art majors. All right, we're gonna take that kettlebell and dumbbell, what do you have, right to the chest, okay? Now in this position, if you want to, we can try it without the weight as well. Basically, we're going to get those hips up off the ground into a tall kneeling position, squeeze those glutes, and back down, okay? Again, without the weight, boom, and boom. All right, so if you want to try with a little bit of a lighter weight, you can. Otherwise, grab that weight right to the chest. Same thing, dropping up, squeeze those glutes, and back down. So we're going to go 8 here on this side. Really focus on squeezing those glutes. If that front foot starts kind of getting tucked in a little bit, open it back up. All right, making sure we're getting that full extension through both hips. 2 more. Big squeeze. Boom. And relax. All right, we're going to flip over to the other side. We're going to do the same thing. If you want to get a couple practice ones without that weight, go for it. Make sure that when you're coming down, that position, that movement is just as important as what we call the eccentric, kind of the other half of the movement. So a lot of times we just think about standing up out of a squat, extending through that push-up, sitting up through this hip extension, but also that lowering phase, lowering yourself back down to the ground is a very controlled part. That's like literally half of the movement, all right? So that part is just important, making sure that we're in control, not just popping ourselves back down the ground. All right, weight up, north side chest. 8 reps at your own pace. Squeeze those glutes each and every time. Make sure we're sitting nice and tall. Be truthful to yourself as well. If that weight is too challenging, go ahead and drop it down. I guarantee you, if you have the focus, if you have the intention, we can get just as much work without any weight on this. Look, we got 2 more. Squeeze that glute. Lower down. Up and squeeze. Lower down. And relax. All right. Told you we're hitting that lower body hard to start with. Feel good? Quick water break. All right. Feel good? We're going to go right back at it all over again. Okay? Start with that deadlift. Nice and tall. All right. Hinging over. Grab that weight or those dumbbells, whatever you have. Squeeze those glutes. Get back at it. So the second time around, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can throw in a couple extra reps if you're really crazy, right? Or if you got a little bit of weight or a little less weight going on, feel free to add a couple extra reps. Do challenge you to try to get a little bit heavier the second time if you have the ability. If not, stick with it. Function first. Make sure that form looks good. And we're going 8 again. I want you to put as much effort into each and every one of these reps as you can manage. Really squeezing those glutes each time. One last time. Go flat back. Boom. And relax. All right. Split squats. Drop down. If one thing on these split squats, like I said, if you want to get a little extra weight and you don't necessarily have 2 matching weights, you can stagger this load. So if you have something a little bit lighter, you can take that to the outside of your leg, okay? And we can try going through split squats here. I know it's going to seem very strange, but actually offset loading is an excellent tool to utilize. And how about now, while you're working from home without a whole lot of access, try using a couple of different weights. And kind of working on a little bit of core stability here. We're going to 8. Working on a little bit of core stability, trying to maintain those shoulders nice and level when we have 2 different weights in our hand. All right, I got one more on this side. Boom. And go ahead and switch. So make sure we switch those hands if you do have those offset weights. And again, the goal here, regardless if you have 1 weight or 2 weights, 3 weights or 9, make sure those shoulders are as parallel to the ground as you can possibly make them. All right, let's get that set up. Back toes tucked under. Let's go for it. 8 on this side. Try to stay as square to the front as possible. Nice, good, proud chest. Make Arnold proud. Very good. Move those feet like walking on train tracks, not directly behind each other, but about hip width apart. Favoring that front foot, driving that whole foot through the ground. Squeeze that glute, squeeze that quad. Good, 2 more. Boom. And boom. All right. We're gonna drop down and ready for those hip extensions. We'll go ahead and knock this last little bit of glute work out and we'll move to the arms, all right? So we got that 90-90 position, that weight to the chest. I'm gonna flip this kettlebell over so it might be more comfortable. We've got 8 on each side, all right? Try to keep that weight as close to the chest as possible. Think about like that being a part of you. Don't get it too far out. It's a little bit cheap going on there, offsetting that center of mass. Make sure we're taking the rock out of that as well. So try not to rock back and really jump into that. Got a little too excited on that one. All right, make sure you're controlled in that lift. Once you get 8, we're gonna switch sides. And then we'll do 8 more. And we'll finish up the lower body. Nice and strong. Make sure to squeeze those glutes. Like I said, those are our primary movers right now. Should be your primary emphasis. Make sure we get good, excellent squeeze each and every rep. Come on. And 2 more. And relax. All right, we go ahead and put that weight down. Stand it up, shake it out. Grab some water if you have it, and move to that upper body. So if you have that band, go ahead and grab that band. And then we'll need some dumbbells or some kettlebells, whatever you have. Again, if you only have a single weight, I'll show you the single arm version, but first one's actually gonna be with 2 arms. I'll show you again if you don't. All right, so we're gonna get into a kneeling position, just like we set up for your split squat, okay? Knees on the ground, your back toes are tucked underneath, okay? We're not flat right here, we're actually tucked up and under. So offering stability, okay? We're gonna do some Arnold press through those shoulders. So your palms are facing you in this position right here. We're gonna open those arms like a gate, okay? Now we're in kind of like cactus arms position, and we're gonna press up overhead, back down, and bring those ends of the dumbbell back together. All right, if you have a single dumbbell, you're gonna be working, or a single kettlebell, you're gonna be working the arm of the knee that's down. All right, so you're still gonna rotate out and press. All right, I want you to try to segment this movement best you can in position 1, position 2, and 3, and back down. All right, so you can keep going. If you're with me, we're gonna do 8. So whether you're doing single arm or 2 arms, I want you to do 8 with the right knee down. And then we're gonna do another 8 with that left knee down. So if you went really heavy with those weights, right, drop down. Again, if you are very limited in those weights, right, drop that rep count down. Okay, if you got 8, go ahead and switch it over. If your left knee is down, you're pressing with that left arm. Otherwise, the rest of us, we have 8 right here with that left knee down. So keep pressing as we go through this. I'm going to give you a couple more cues. All right, keep pressing through 8. Making sure that core is very easy to kind of lean back and press. I want you to think about pulling those abs in tight, right? Those shoulders are just over those hips, right? Not behind those hips. All right, pull it in nice and tight, good, strong, all the way through. All right, think about sitting up as tall as possible. All right, finish up those last couple reps. If you have it, right, hitting each position, nice and strong. Get those 8. Go ahead and relax. All right, I'm gonna drop it down to band. Okay, weights go down onto that band. We're gonna do a bent over or hinged reverse fly. All right, or kind of a version of band pull apart. So you're gonna put that band in your hands with your palms facing up. Okay, we see this all the time. We do these bent over tees. Okay, drawing those thumbs up. We're gonna do that exact same thing. We're just gonna put a little extra tension, all right? Because this is equipped. We have equipment. You're equipped to use it. Let's do it. All right. So my elbows are right into my sides. My palms are up. Bands right in my hands. So we're about a shoulder width apart grip. Go ahead and get your grip, hinging over, and we are pulling apart. If that is too heavy, make those arms or make that band a little bit longer between your hands. All right, it's going to be a little bit easier. Closer your hands are, the less band between your hands, the harder that's going to be. Okay? Well, we're going to go for 8s. We're going to stick with 8s all the way through here. So get your 8 pull parts. Want you to think about squeezing those shoulder blades. So just like those scapular push-ups we did at the very beginning of class, this is the exact same thing. Squeezing those shoulder blades together and creating space between them. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Create space. One more time. And relax. All right. 8 band pull aparts. Last one. We're going to do some overhead holds. So if you have that weight that you use for your lower body, you're going to grab that. If you don't, that's fine. We're going to do an overhead hold with some bicep curls. All right. So nice and tall here while you're pumping iron. All right, so make sure that overhead hold is nice and strong. You're punching that to the ceiling. Then give me 8 good reps with that bicep curl. You know, we got to get the guns. It's summertime, sun's out, guns out. Once you get 8, go ahead and switch those 2. All right, get what you can to get that weight up overhead and nice and strong. So if you notice in these bicep curls, my elbow is not coming out when I curl. That elbow is pinned against my side, against the bottom of my rib cage. All right. And in terms of keeping that dumbbell flat here all the way up, or if you want to do a twisting curl, or just kind of start a neutral grip, palms up, that's fine. Or the hammer grip, that's fine. Whatever you want to do, 8 good reps, and then back down. All right, we got a very limited time. We're going to go back through it one more time. We're going to split those Arnold press in half. We're going to do 4 each side. So let's drop it back down, kneeling position, palms facing us. Let's go 4 good reps here. All right, hit those good positions. Boom, boom. 3. One more time. And 4. Good. Let's go ahead and switch those knees. Single arm people, you know what you're doing. All right, open, press, down, down. Remember, keep those abs tight. Punch that top of the head towards the ceiling. 2 good ones, 3 good ones. Last one, boom, and relax. All right, we're gonna roll through this last one real quick. You're with me. All right, band pull aparts. All right, shake out those arms. I know we're feeling great. Good hinge, keep that back flat, just like those deadlifts that we started. All right, 8 good strong pulls. All right, keep that back flat, keep those abs tight. If you're not feeling this in your back, all right, we need to make some adjustments. This is 100% and middle of that back, shoulder blades. All right, so let's focus on getting that together. Those elbows are staying stiff. All right, this is just those shoulders pulling back. We got 3 more here. And if you can, give me a little bit of a squeeze and hold at the top. That's 8. I'm going to do 1 more. All right, 1 for good measure. And the last time, getting 1 weight up overhead, nice and tall, and that bicep curl. You probably do these all day at home, don't you, sitting at the desk? Let's go ahead and get these 8. We get a lot of pressing throughout these full body blast classes. We don't get a whole lot of pulling. So we're gonna try to get those biceps when we can, all right? All right, Steve. All right, press that other side, nice and tall. And last, a good 8 reps here. Make sure those abs are still nice and tight. We've extended that weight up above those heads, so that center of mass is shifted. So we have to shift that core stability, turn that up a notch as well. Last one, and good. All right, held you a little bit longer, but I hope you don't mind. That's all for us this evening. We got 1 more class in just a couple minutes with some strength flow. If you want to stay around, stretch out, I'll see you there in a couple minutes. All right, have a great night.